As you continue coding, it will be very important to pay attention to these timestamps over here, because if you do have any errors with your coding, it'll show it in red over here, but also it won't let you save the observation until you fix the errors. So one common error is if you see here, all of these codes have 0, 0, 0, 0. We didn't type those codes. Those automatically generate because they are the continuous behaviors. So for all these continuous behaviors, they have to have a code at 0, 0. For gaze, its infant gaze is directed at the parent item. So if we go here, infant gaze is directed towards parent or item, 0, 0. Sometimes accidentally one of these will get deleted as you're coding, and I'll show you what it looks like. So if I try to code gaze later on and do G2, it'll make it red because I don't have that 0, 0 code
Yeah, no, I
for
don't think
gaze.
so.
So when it's red, I'm going to go ahead and go back and put the 0, 0 code in here. An easy way to do that is if I know it starts, or I would check at the beginning of the task, the infant is looking at the parent. So that will be G3. So I want G3 to be my 0, 0 code. And this is G2. So I'm going to change it to G3 by clicking on it and coding G3. It's still red because we're going to go here to the timestamp and make it 0, 0. And as you can see, it put it up here and that is fixed. But now the same thing happened for this code. So we would have to figure out the issue here. So this one is remaining on activity mat. So this one is for closeness, or I would have to look at the coding scheme really quickly. And so that code that was read just a second ago, I went and found it in the coding scheme. That was for proximity. And all I had to do was click on the 0, 0 and just press enter, and it took away the error. So sometimes you just have to play around and fidget with these timestamps to fix the errors. And one of the most important things I just want to remind everyone is when the timestamp over here is highlighted in blue, if you go ahead and code, it will replace that code. So I'm going to scroll back up to task to just show you real quick. So for no task, you can see it starts right here and ends right there. If I were to go ahead and code during this time and do gaze, for instance, it deletes it. And now when we go to analyze later, this is not correct because this right here is not the task. This is playtime. And then here's the task. So we just want to make sure that we're not deleting codes. We go back and check, double check that all our tasks are marked correctly. Once you're done coding, or you're signing off for the day, I would always say to save project, and then you will close project, and it'll ask you to save again. If there was enough changes made, it will create an extra backup of the project, so that's why properly closing it is important. Once again, coding takes a lot of hands-on practice and time, so just play around with it a bit in a practice project maybe, and have fun with it.